Alright, welcome back to episode 5 of the Rope Journey. Um, since last time I played, I got some resources, I started some crafts, because I wanted to showcase the commission scrolls. We got both of our swords, the Wayward Sword and the Wayward Longbow. Looking for some jewelry still, but the funny thing is we were actually getting ready to anticipate a reset or wipe of some kind because Intrepid found out that there was indeed some exploits going around with duplicating and making multiple of the same items, and then you would load it up and people were basically getting infinite legendary mats, creating legendary weapons, duplicating everything, all this other stuff. So I didn't know if I was going to be making a video today, but they did find out that it was mostly consisted, so they were able to lock down. But anyways, let's move on from that. So I'm gonna pop the commission scroll of adventuring XP, right? 25% adventure XP, 5 minutes. Pop one of those. Now I ran out of money. I wasn't able to do all my snowdrop. I did 98. We're gonna hit claim here. Oh, let me go to the social tab so we can see the XP. Gonna hit claim. Boom. 11,000 experience earned, about 9,000 for weaving. So we just got a pretty big boost. That's a good chunk of mobs normally. We got some snowdrop threads going. And I was looking online, so flax is apparently incredibly hard to find. You have like one spot here, one spot here, like one spot over here. In this region up here, it has a little bit more. But then there's like nothing in this region, nothing down here in the deserts, nothing down here. And then if we go all the way up to the anvils, they got some around the starting areas up here, but that's it. So it's very left side heavy. So what we're waiting for the flags is going to be the what we're looking for is the one of the buildings to get built up, because that will have the, as you can, also as you can see, I have a bunch more snowdrops that just weren't made. But different things like that. And so we're waiting on the farmers agriculture vendor to pop up over here. That way we can buy the flax seeds. So right now we need processing. I think it's farming. We need to get stuff from mulch, which is gathered plants, wood chips, because it takes mulch, and then you get flax seeds, and you use it to make flax, like right here. So yeah, flax seeds you buy, water you buy, and then we just gotta make the mulch. So depending on what rarity plants we gather and what rarity wood we gather can actually determine what kind of mulch we get, and hopefully that determines the kind of flax we get. So we want to start upping. Where's my lumberjacking? Get some wood going. We do need some money intake also, which is why I was going to show you this next area. Mining 2 at 7. We're very close. So I got mining 7, herbalism's 9. I may get herbalism to 10 off camera today. Get that apprentice, so we're good to go. And then move on to get mining also, and then wood cutting also, because we need lumberjacking up there also. Now the funny thing is, because we were processing or weaving, just from that one bulk order went to 5, so we need to do another couple of those, but like I said, I have all the ingredients for all of my snowdrop. I have all the Drawtine wax. I just need currently gold, which isn't a crazy thing, but so over here we have, this is just a little bit to the northeast of Miraleth, right? You got these disinterred rotters. You got some decent HP, right? Nothing crazy. They do poison damage and remove your ability to they do remove your ability to heal. So if you see on my health bar, it's got a little heart with a green X on it, and it's pounding up because it keeps hitting me. That makes it so you physically can't heal. So this is a bit rough with clerics. Right. But the cool thing here is once we get powerful enough, let me see if I can showcase it. So this is, I guess, some kind of questing area. I've never been able to find the quest, but if we interact with these dart mounts, it's gonna pop up this. Oh, you're gonna hit no. You're just gonna go around, and you can see the zombies spawning over there in the ground. So what this does is it actually piles them all up together. And as you can tell, so like if I wanted to and I was able to, I could theoretically throw my blade, do this, step over, and the game's lagging. Ooh! But yeah, basically do that. But right now, I'm currently not strong enough to take on that many, so we're just gonna run over here real quick. Pop an invisibility, they're gonna de-aggro. Yeah, so I'm gonna farm these guys for a little bit, XP wise and money wise. Because they are undead, they drop really nice. What do you call it? Glint. They also at a high level. So like this time's where I've beaten them and I've gotten 2 dim glints, which is 2 silver a piece. So really nice. I may try and find an area over here somewhere. Maybe up here, maybe with the other town. But there are sometimes better to essentially try and do one thing. Well, let me showcase you this. We haven't really gone over this yet. But basically, if I go into the weapons tabs, now that we're level 8, we get points up here. So we got Keen Edge. Your finishers and finishers get 25% increased critical strike chance. Its bonus is increased by an additional 25% for 10 seconds after casting an ability, stacking up to 2 times. So you can have 75% crit chance from that, which is kind of hilarious. So you can actually have over 100% crit chance, which is nice. There's refreshing follow through, which gives you mana and mana regen. There's ward, which gives you temporary health, and other things like that. Right now, just kind of Keen Edge is our best bet. Unfortunately, it's not the best, but then we were able to pick up Soothing Shadows. Every time you enter stealth, heal for 1% of your maximum health per tick, ramping up to 5% at critically low health. Really, really nice. And we're not really looking for any of these. Thump's alright, but kick is slightly better. Like kick has a longer cooldown, but this actually interrupts them, puts them on the ground, and then they're unable to attack for that duration. Trip just for 3 seconds, so they cannot act for 3 seconds. What Silence and Daze does, they cannot use abilities, but they can still attack, so it's weird. Like, this is better for melee people, and then Thump's better for magic users. We got Double Strike. That gets the copy. You most recently used melee ability Stab, Lacerate, Thump. So stabs are starting, which has really nice backstab potential. We don't use Thump currently, so it's not able to do that, but it uses Lacerate. This is how we're able to get the double hemorrhaging going, which is what's the really nice one. So if I go Stealth, I'm gonna backstab, Throwing Knife, Bleed, jump over. Just got 2 hemorrhaging, a bleed stack, and we got 2 backstabs going. I don't know where those guys came from, but the drill, drop in, invisibility. Because I got no idea how they're seeing me, why they're coming to me, but that's the good thing about it. The ability to just pretty much very easily just disengage from combat, like entirely. Enchanted Rune, Essence. Oh, we got a bug. Do I just have infinite stamina? No, desyncing. Okay. You know, always lovely. Always lovely. Server's definitely a bit iffy today. I wonder if they're doing back-end things because of all the glitches and exploits that they discovered the other day. Alright, but now that we're done that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go invisible. Oh yeah, I wonder if this hero is going to be going down. This is ridiculous. Like, where am I? Like, what? Like, what the heck? Why did everything just kind of tweak out? Look at that. 1 dim glint, 2 dull glint. So like I said, if we were able to pull a bit more of them, they'd be a lot better. Another weapon level. A longbow, it seems. we're gonna go down here. Crit power is nice, penetration's nice, so we're gonna pick up actually both of those, crit damage and crit power. And like I said, so we need enemies, come over here, interact with the dirt mound. Nothing wants to... Oh, no, there they go, see. Pick them a second. They spawned in. So this place is really cool, you don't have to wait for mobs to respawn, you can kind of first spawn them. And they don't do crazy amount of damage. I don't know what kind of damage they hit you for, but there's different typings and stuff, but nothing crazy, I guess, on this. So see, this dude just interacted with the dirt mound, causing issues. So you see for some mission. And look, another dim glint, some dull glint. It works really nicely. Incredibly nice. But yeah, currently, I don't know if you guys want to watch more of these kind of slower solo areas. If you guys have recommendations of where to go for solo, you have one more area which you could use for a solo. Just gold is the best thing that we're gonna get out of it. It's too low level for pretty much anything else. At my current level, level 3s, 2s, maybe level 4s, so nothing crazy. It's our current rotation, because we're waiting on, I believe if you click here, yeah, buildings. So we got the wood shop. What we're looking for is, so the farm's here, but it's not here. I haven't been able to find it anywhere in here. Like there's a factory, wood shop, laboratory. Like, so these are like passive effects, so like zone influence stuff. And it says, if we click on here, there's a farm. They're paying 6 gold a week to find it. I have yet to see this so-called farm anywhere over here. Like, I don't know, we can always walk back in, but I haven't been able to find it. And it kind of drives me crazy, but we do want to fight a lot of animal mobs, because that's how you get the dropping. So I may go over to a different zone. It's all the way back at the starting area. So when you're over here, this is the ambushment for Samia's Hope. Right up in this little nook, there's like a bunch of spiders and goblins and everything else. All very low level, very high respawn rates. But for whatever reason, they spawn like crazy. Like I could do pulls of like 10 to 20. Right. 10 to 20. and be perfectly fine over there because the low level, because they're creatures, they have the chance to get droppings in here. So there's supposedly a farming one, but like it's not making sense. Last time I saw the farming one, it was over on this side, right? This says Trade Bureau and School of Construction, which is what these two are. On my first server, these weren't here. This whole back area and these buildings turned into farming land. So I have no idea why it says that there's a farm here when there's clearly just not a farm. Like, you have this farm, but that's a node that just gives you bonuses. It's not an actual building. And this says it's the building with a farm, and they have different icons. So, like, if I scroll down, like, they got 2 empty plots. Oh, maybe that's what I'm looking for, the agricultural supply, which isn't built yet. So we do have the farm. It's just not a actual farm. All it does is gives you passive benefits. Okay, so that's making sense. So we do need this agricultural supply. Because this allows us the animal husbandry station, the herbalism station, farming station, that's what we need. An agricultural supply vendor, which is where we get the flax seeds. So there's just no agricultural contract yet. So if I go to Johava, look at theirs. And it looks to be alphabetical order, so again, no agricultural supply zone. They still got 2 things, but they don't know what to get yet. Like, so far nobody's gotten this agricultural supply, it seems like, which is hilarious considering how massively important it is. Well, that one hasn't even reached. That's still on a camp. That's crazy. But like, if we come up to here, let's look at these. Nothing on that one. Still nothing. Like, as of right now, there's just no agricultural ones, and I don't know if it's gatekept by a resource. But that is what everybody should be looking to go to next, because that gives us some of the best. You need it for weaving. It makes you all of your... not gathering, crafting. It's used for tailoring. It makes you all of your mining satchels, all of your gathering shirts, all of your gathering at novice, fucking all the way up to journeyman. Like, it's so useful. And there's so little flax in the world. The fact that we just don't have this is crazy, and why it wasn't immediately rushed is also kind of crazy. They give you big power specs. Like, if I go showcase this real quick, I think it's it's weaponsmithy. Is it the weaponsmith shirts? No. Oh, maybe it's the purchase ones. Yeah, 224 power in weaponsmithing quality. But 224 power is for anything. And it takes linen bolt, which is next to nothing. Like, this is such a important piece. You got crit chance. Like, this is a massive boost. 224 power. That's a third of my sword. And that's free, because if you go into artisanships, you can get 1 shirt, 1 pants, and a belt. And the shirts are usually made at novice level. The skivvies is what they're called. The pants are usually made at apprentice level. and the 2-bow's made at journeyman level. So the 2-bow will only be journeyman. The skivvies can be apprentice level or journeyman level, and the shirts could be novice, apprentice, or journeyman level. So they all vary. But like, these are just free stat bonuses that nobody's capitalizing on, nobody's gaining. You get that quality up, you get better quality for everything, and you can just keep it going, just keep it rolling. Again, would be so much better. And we're still looking for. I saw it here the other day. It's now gone. But what we were looking for was, it was like Twilight something. Like, they're making journeyman herbalism sickles, but they're not doing the good ones. Like, it's hilarious. Yeah, this is what we're looking for. The Twilight Crescent. This dude wasn't. All these were gone, so he's making them in batches, and they're just gone. So we need this 50 silver, like, ASAP. Because we want one of these. That 145 herb quality is crazy, along with herb spoils. It's just too nice. And I don't know if that herb quality affects any other effects, like my farming flax versus gathering flax. And like I said, we do want to get to level 10, so we can start selling stuff on the auction, which is what I probably try and do. But the other thing is, if I type in Twilight, so the Twilight Crescent, it takes sickle grip bindings, process boards, copper ingots, so it's nothing crazy. I mean, that's 20 pieces of wood. I think that's 15 pieces of copper. So, like, if getting a rarity is definitely not the easiest. But, you know, that is what we're looking for. So, I think I may sell some stuff out of my inventory, try and get that apprentice sickle. But yeah, until next time, I think I'm just gonna try and get to level 10 before my next video. I want level 10 mining. I want lumberjacking up, but we don't have to worry about getting 10 yet. And I do need level 10 herbalism. Level 10 herbalism would be nice, because that gives us the apprentice, then I can use that sickle, which is the free quality. That's basically all. That's the only reason why we want them to go up. Like, at mining 10, I can get a. It's a bit more expensive because it's blue. Maybe it's like blue special, but it's not. It's a named item. But it's called Void Breaker. Mining pickaxe. Mining quality, mining spoils, really good. Just like the Crescent, but this one's blue, so I'll be charging more because supposedly it's hard to make. But if we go back into here and hit Void again, go to the weaponsmithing, it literally takes basalt mold, brass ingots, which is the mixture of copper fragments and zinc fragments, and then boards. So it takes 5 more ingots compared to the sickle, and it's a guaranteed blue. And people want to charge extra for it because of this. Because it's supposedly that quality, and nobody knows that it's. That entire thing should probably be like 50, maybe 60 cents, because it's cost more than to make than the sickle, because the sickle's common, and then based on the quality, your pricing goes up, especially if it's a named guy. But yep. So until next time, I don't know if I've been pretty good making a video every day and uploading it for you guys, but I probably won't do that tomorrow, depending on where my level is and where our gathering is. So I don't want to keep making videos where it's just, oh, I'm gonna go gather for 3-4 hours and kind of just fast forward it for you guys. I feel that's kind of cheesy and a waste of everybody's time. But yeah, who knows? So like, we got all these daffodils, we have all these dry tines. Let's get these sucked up. So like we do have these droppings, so that's cool. We got purple droppings that we can use with flax. I need flax. I got the ash wood. That's some purple wood, heroic wood chips, which we need also. Look, these flow marked emblems. These are used in the jeweler's thing. This is really. These are like. I've been seeing them go anywhere between 30 or 20 and 40 silver piece in the auction. So that's why one of the other reasons why we want to get it up. I don't need all this thread, especially if I'm gonna make more. Alright, but before I let you go, I know we're coming up on about 30-ish minutes now. I'm just gonna see where I'm at after I sell all this stuff. Yeah, about 25 silver, so we still need another 25 silver. Which is a bit unfortunate, but not the end of the world. And I think it's because I'm gonna focus on mining to get that up, because it's only a little bit far away. It should be maybe one inventory from that. But yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go do. And then yeah, I guess until next time, be careful. I would be careful of buying anything on the marketplace right now, especially if it's like a higher rarity and you see it for really cheap, because a lot of people did get caught exploiting and duplicating these items, generating gold, duplicating different items. So they were able to duplicate any item in the game, and what they were doing is they were duplicating crates, and they would duplicate the mats for the crates, so they would have like a full legendary crates. They would dupe all the items for that legendary crate, make a bunch, and then they would run it, and they would go from where is it? Even's End, which I think is over here, right? Somewhere over here. I think it's this place. This is Even's End. I haven't discovered it yet, but they would run it from here. They would go through here, travel over here, and they would go to a Briarmore Farms and turn it in and sell it for little gold. And because it's legendary and it's a 6-minute walk, they were getting upwards of like, I think it's like 3 gold a run because they're doing full legendary. So they were just able to massively inflate the gold economy like crazy. And then not only that, but then they found out that they could do it for any items. So if we go into general, like this glory bound short bow, like he may be trying to sell it, but this glory bound short bow may have been duped, and they have the ability to remove any duplicated item in the game right now. They just straight up do. So I would be careful with what you buy in auction, or what you're just pretty much anything you're buying, right? Just because if they do plan on it, they can remove all of it. Like if they fix the patch that's causing the exploits, then they're just stuck with whatever they have until they run out. So they haven't really made a official announcement on what they plan on doing with it, and doing it with them. So I would wait and see. Like, look at all this petal shard earrings. Like, so these are definitely doable. Like, there's YouTubers and stuff with petal shard earrings and different things like that. And basically, because petal shards are made with, I think it's zinc. No, it's copper. So 22 copper and it's 9 rubies. So this is a very inefficient. All you gotta look for is the copper and the rubies, and get certain rarities. Typically epics help bump it up very easily. But it's not unthinkable. Like if you gathered from day one, collected a bunch of resources, and you sat on those higher rarity resources, it's definitely doable. Like this days where I've gone and I've gotten like 18 purple rubies. Okay, well I didn't duplicate them, but I do have enough for a petal shard. Like petal shard. Like hey, 9 rubies. I'm able to make 2 earrings with that, with my 18 at epic, and then all it is ingots, which is the slightly crazier thing. But you can get copper straight out of the rocks at different rarities, and then you can get the basalt or the granite at different rarities, which can then gamba into the other rarities of the different metals. So like that's definitely not undoable, and especially if you got a guild and you're got some guilds are so big they have a crafting guild specifically in gathering and crafting resources for everybody, and then they have a what is it, like their main more PvP focused guild. But like if that PvP focused guild's like, hey, I need some of these epics, if you guys have them, I'm willing to pay for them at a maybe slightly cheaper cost than what's on the marketplace, just to be fair with each other. Can we do this? And they could be like, yep, and then they just help each other out. So now you're just not one person gathering, but you could have like another 50, 60, 70, 100 people all gathering, all pulling resources, all rolling items to get these rarities and stuff. So it's definitely doable. But like some of these weapons, we go down. It's like these are named, like that's crazy, but 350 copper ingots, like what is it? We've seen a lot of these glory bound great bows, great axes, and people were showcasing these things at epic tier. So you're telling me, first off, that's only 14 wood, nothing crazy. That's 2 iron fragments. I don't know how to get iron yet. 200 copper ingots. That's almost 600 epic or legendary resources, and you tell me that they have them already? That seems a bit excessive, is the best way to put it. Like that doesn't seem feasible. But like maybe like I said, like I don't know why we don't have these agricultural stuff yet, because that gives us everybody the ability for flax. Flax is so massive for those gathering things. Like because I have the purple fertilizer, or the purple droppings. I don't know if it's gonna be used for, like I don't know if it's gonna make epic flax at the agricultural supply, but if it does, that's glorious. And then I don't know how much it makes. Like how many of those do I need to maybe get my 9 linen threads, so I can make my mining shirt, which is spoils, or if I can get to the linen bolts at apprentice level, which is mining quality. So like this, like I just don't know what ratio it is. I did gather like 2 pieces of flax, and it gave me like 3 pieces each, so I'm hoping it's not that terrible of a ratio. But like I said, right now it doesn't seem like there's a single town at all in the game on our server that has it yet, which is hilarious to think about. But that's definitely what we're going to be looking forward to in the future. Like somebody's got silk thread, that's pretty cool. He's got it at heroic. But the thing that you got to be careful about is, like, see, he's saying anyone is this legit item, or did they get one and duplicate it? And now he may have like 50. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to clean his item for gold. And like I said, it is alpha. This is definitely what everybody paid for. Playtest, experience, try and figure different things out. I may also do some of these events. So this is just active grave robbers. We have angry harvest, which is fighting at certain enemies. And the more you kill, there's a chest that spawns in the middle of the radius, and what it does is it it ooh, at a loss for words. The chest spawn's in the middle of the radius, and then it just generates glint based on your contributions. So like, the more I defeat compared to everybody else, the more I get different through that. There's times where I've done it on certain servers, and I've been at a stronger level, kind of like where I am now compared to the mobs I would be facing, and I was able to just kind of short bow and long bow them from afar, and I've gotten easily blue and glint out of them like crazy. But yeah, so I'm done with my tangent, my rant. I will let you guys go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Does me justice. Does me justice, because I plan on following this game probably forever. I've played World of Warcraft, I've played Final Fantasy, I've played all different kinds of MMOs. I love New World. I have over 1,000 hours in New World. The only thing I'm not liking anymore is just how bad the MMO space is. Like, this is either going to be my last MMO ever, which is fine if it makes it. I would love it if this game makes it. Or if this game doesn't make it, and they call, hey, we're done in the next couple of years, well, I will probably never be coming back to an MMO again. I can't stand how World of Warcraft is turning. Blizzard's got so many issues going on with them internally. But yeah, and then Final Fantasy's just got so much expansions and dailies. It feels like it's a 9-to-5 job. Like in this game, I don't have dailies. They don't want dailies. They want you to log in for the experience and the fun versus, oh, I need to log in daily, otherwise I fall behind. Like, nobody likes that at all. But like, I definitely would love seeing this game in its full potential. The current zones that we have right now, like the desert, the slower area over here, these higher areas up here, this whole area that we have currently is for levels 1 to 30. We can only go to 25 right now, but 1 to 30 is their ideal, which is cool. But you gotta think about it, like, only 1 to 30. That's kind of weird, right? But they plan on adding all the way up to 50. But yeah, so look at all those droppings. This is the area that I was talking about. It's north. A bunch of just low-level things. Dropping glints, dropping droppings. So I'll probably be here for a little bit, just trying to get some of this started. The lag today is crazy. But yep. Alright, so that should be it for me. Officially. My bad. Later.